do you guys like American Flat Track on the Red Mile?
It's awesome, man.
It's the best thing I've ever seen.
Isn't it cool? Don Radebaugh here for Crosley Brands, coming to you today from the Red Mile in Lexington, Kentucky. Why? Well, the American Flat Track is here, 120-mile-per-hour plus motorcycles on a flat mile dirt track. Yeah, how cool is that? Here today to follow the progress of champion American Flat Track rider Bryan Smith with the Crosley Howerton Motorsports team. This stuff is really, really cool. Looking forward to each and every moment. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, for a big win.
That's right, that's right.
Bryan Smith, the Mile Master. You've heard that before, but you did tell me once the Red Mile here in Lexington is a mile, but it almost behaves like a short track. Are you out of your wheelhouse with that?
No, I mean, we ran good here last year, ran second, real close to Me's, and you know, it's a mile. Just the drafting hasn't been as much here in the past, so it's not a typical mile where in the past you haven't had to outsmart somebody coming to the checkered flag, but hopefully if there is a draft to be found, I find it and get the win.
Her till the end of time. She my sweet little thing. She my pride and joy. She my sweet little baby. Oh, little boy. Well, I love my baby long and lean.
Gradually. That gear still hits the limiter 1-1 just perfect. Even in the middle, like when it gets that lazy, you know, almost like that torque slide, like, you know, you got to check out of it to get it to catch back up.
Hey Bryan, you're switching bikes. Why?
Just got a little bit different setup. Just trying it out. You got to try all your options to know which gun you want for the battle.
Yeah, how do you keep up with a dirt track that changes all day? You sort of have to predict the future, where you're going to be when you get there?
Predict it a little bit and make your best guess and hope you guess right.
If I have my numbers right, 25 overall mile victories. I think that's tied with Bubba Schobert for third. The 9 wins at Springfield, the 7 at Sacramento.
Something like that.
It seems incredible to me, your numbers, your career. Does it seem incredible to you?
You know, since we've had a rough start to the year, it seems really incredible. But, you know, one of the cool facts I seen the other day via Facebook was that I've won 20 out of the last 40 nationals ran, 40-mile nationals.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That said, how much longer do you want to do this? How much longer can you do it?
Physically, it shouldn't be a problem to do it for as long as I want to, as long as I keep training like I do and ride like I do. You know, just depends on where the sport's going and how it all evolves in the next couple years, how much longer I'll do it full time anyway. I could see myself running the miles for another 5 years at least.
semi, what'd you learn for the main event?
So we need to go just a little bit faster.
A little bit, not a lot of bit, just a little
Times
bit.
are a little bit off, and this track's go slow to go fast. You got to keep your wheels in line and going forward, momentum.
Yeah.
You want to. It's real easy to think you're going to go fast by twisting the throttle, but you usually go sideways in the middle of the corner and lose all your momentum. So just trying to get the power to the ground.
25 laps seems like a long time to hang on to one of these. Are you used up mentally and physically when it's over?
No, I hope not. I haven't
okay.
been recently, so I sure hope not.
All
It's the experience
Yeah, I
that
can
comes
believe
into
it.
play.
Yeah. Plenty of it here. Thanks, man. You guys are like the last warriors in racing. I mean, in a cup car, you've got the capsule around you, the roll cage, the Hans, the protect, everything.
Yeah.
You guys are so exposed. How do you handle the nerves? Are you getting? Is that still with you, or have you learned to get past it?
It's just what we know. That's all we know. I see them sprint cars and the NASCARs and every other kind of car, the Indy car, and I'm thinking, man, I'm way too claustrophobic for this. I can't be strapped in that thing. And they look at us like we're crazy because we're sitting on top of a motorcycle just holding on with our bare hands essentially. So it's just what we know. We don't know any better. Whether that's because we're brave or dumb, I'm still trying to figure that out.
I'm not going to ask you how you do it because we couldn't figure out.
Yeah, if you could explain it,
yeah,
I'd be.
But why do you do it? I guess.
Yeah, just the competition. You grow up racing with that goal in mind to be the best pro racer you can be and win some races. And here we are. I've won the Grand National Championship, won a lot of races, and still want to win more. It's in your blood. Once it gets in your blood, it's all over.
Ricky, you've been through everything in the motorsports industry, from sprint cars to flat trackers. Where does this American flat track thing rate with everything else you've seen and done?
Oh, super high. I mean, as a kid growing up around it, I loved it when I was a teenager, being around the Honda guys. My dad was a huge fan of it. We used to do a lot of work for the factory Honda guys, being that they were based on Gasoline Alley as well. And, my father and my grandpa being around open wheel dirt track racing, sprint cars, midgets, champ cars and stuff. This is basically just a two-wheeled version of it.
The Red Mile, no one's got a lot of experience here, just the third time for AFT here. What do you know about the place?
I know that Jared Mees needs to get beat tonight because he's won both of the races, so he's obviously going to be the guy to beat, I'm sure. But I think this year is going to be different. The Indians obviously have dominated the last 2 years. Harley guys have been actually really fast last couple races, so I look for them to be fast. Essence and Yamaha team, those guys actually should have won the race here in 17. Sammy probably made a little mistake on the last lap. Shooters, we should be super fast. It should be a hell of a race.
Did you get to the last Hoosier 100?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, absolutely. And it was pretty cool. One of the neatest parts of the whole night is they were talking about the history of the Hoosier 100, and Al Unser, I don't remember if he was going for 3 in a row or 4 in a row. I think it might have been 4 in a row.
Until your dad stepped in.
Yeah, and so they had the Viceroy team. That was the super team of cool. Mario Andretti and Al Unser Sr. And those guys obviously kicked ass in that dirt car and that was the same guys in the IndyCar team. And so Dad, when we moved up here from Oklahoma, like in the early 70s, Dad, no one knew who he was. George Bignotti had some faith in him, and they put a car together with the turbo offie, and he led all 100 laps, and that was probably one of the biggest upsets probably in the dirt car series for sure.
Well, they learned who he was when he beat Mario and Al Unser in Viceroy cars.
Yeah, actually after that they made these shirts that said Jackie Who, and that was his nickname for a number of years.
That's so funny. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Best of luck today.
Yeah, thank you.
How instrumental has Ricky Howerton been in the life and times of Bryan Smith?
The whole Howerton team with Ricky, Jeff, and Dink, they've saved my career, and thankfully they know a guy by the name Bola Mastis that owns the Crosley brand, and put
He's
together.
a good guy to have in your corner.
Yeah, we put together a little team in 2012 that built and grew and went on to win the championship in 2016. And some people, when you tell the story about how it all came together, don't believe it. But that's for another time. But it's pretty cool to come where we came from and do what we did. But no doubt it saved my career because I was tired of working on those Harleys.
Looking ahead on the schedule, what's the one race you just can't wait to get to?
Definitely Springfield. I always run good there.
9 wins there, yes?
Yeah, I always run good there. The next one would be Sacramento. And I'm glad that with the rain that they didn't get canceled, that we're going back in the fall. So I'll be pumped to go to two back-to-back races, Labor Day at Springfield, and then before that would be Sacramento.
Any idea what your life looks like after American Flat Track?
No idea yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the crystal ball.
No,
you talking
it's,
Dr. Pepper or
yeah.
something like
Cold
that?
beverages.
Cold beverages.
No, hopefully still involved with the sport in some form, racing here and there for fun, and see where it takes me. I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't race. Everybody asks me that. Well, if you wouldn't have been a racer, what would you be? And I have no clue.
Well, you got a lot of life left to figure that out one day.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I got a lot of time. We're just going to worry about these miles right now.
Well, congratulations on an incredible career. We'll be rooting for you today.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Till the end of time, she was sweet little thing. She my pride and joy.
If you would, Brian, shore up your day for us.
Started off good, went bad, made a bunch of changes, got back to good. But in that main, we were just a little bit off. Lost the brakes, were faded. So it's running around out there most of the time with no brakes, which isn't a big deal on a flat track, but when you're behind two guys that are kind of pulling you into the corner, it makes it a little scary trying to hit that 4-inch wide groove at 100 mile an hour. But hey, from our last race, we'll take a third. We'll be back to battle for the win of the next one.
How do you add up this day, Ricky? Where are you at? Progress?
Yeah, I mean, it was not a bad day. I mean, it's ultimately not where we want to be, but we knew running against the Indians, wasn't going to be easy to beat them, and it's not. So we'll go back to the shop, get busy, and get to work, and try to get just a little bit better.
I'm a little love boy.